right to the forehead, and he's going after Randy. Oh, this is beyond the pale. This is getting out of control. What's... Oh. Yet another brutal, vile chair shot. Randy is laid out, face down on the concrete floor. Chair, where's he going from here? You gotta be kidding me. He cannot be thinking about what it looks like he's thinking. Coast to freaking coast! The real effing deal, Kevin Pruitt. One for the highlight reel of 2019. Randy crawls back in. Cover, they're close to the ropes. Pruitt kicks out. Perhaps he didn't realize how close he was to those ropes. Morgan Taylor better turn around. Oh, God! You want to talk about payback? Vertical suplex. Here comes Cordova. He's got that chair. Oh! Randy tried to get his arm up to somehow. What is this? Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and the new PWA United States Champion, the Massachusetts metrosexual gorgeous Morgan Taylor. Stunned, you are now the United States Champion. What's going through your mind?
Aaron Hurt, I gotta tell you, PWA United States Champion, gorgeous Morgan Taylor. Sounds pretty good to me.
Hello, wrestling fans. My name is Aaron Hurt, ready to bring you another exciting edition of PWA Wrestling on YouTube. We are, of course, coming off some major developments from our last episode as we not only had the announcement of franchise player Chris Pruitt as the new president of the PWA, but we saw the crowning of a new United States champion, namely one half of Vicious and Delicious, gorgeous Morgan Taylor. We expect that level of excitement to continue on tonight's edition of the program as we have another title defense on tap. The Barriqua boys are going to put their tag team titles on the line, and in our main event, a big tag team match with four men who have been mixing it up all around the PWA for several weeks. We are going to see JT Hogg team up with Tommy Forte to face off against the Outlaw Heavyweight Champion, self-proclaimed that is, Tony James, and his partner Bjorn. So let's get it down to ringside and get the action started. About ready to see the newcomer Jordan Carlisle here face arguably his toughest test of his young career as it is here in the PWA. Just recently made his debut facing off against former champion many times over, Jimmy Fahrenheit. So Carlisle tried to sneak in from behind, but Fahrenheit, too much of a veteran. Starting things off with some great action this week. Let's not forget about all the great action we had on our last edition. Big monkey flip from Jimmy Fahrenheit sends Carlisle nearly all the way across the ring. But last week, Tommy Forte and Bjorn in a slugfest, interrupted by Tony James. Forte doing his best to get back into contention for an opportunity to challenge Tony James for that heavyweight title. James trying to stack the deck in his favor. He interjected into that match, which leads to tonight's main event. I'll tell you more about as we go along here. Fahrenheit giving his opponent a sporting chance here.
Takes the full arm drag and twist into the hammerlock, quickly transitions into the side headlock. Takes the man over, cranking away. Tonight's main event's going to see Tommy Forte team up with JT Hogg, take on the duo of Bjorn, the Scandinavian Psychopath, and our heavyweight champion outlaw, Tony James. Excellent form on the delayed vertical suplex there. Oh, thumb to the eye, though. Of course, on last week's historic episode, we had the announcement of our new president of the PWA, assuming the position for outgoing general manager Brian Blade. Oh, man. Carlisle getting more and more vicious as the match goes along. Credit where it's due to young man Jordan Carlisle for bringing the fight to Jimmy Fahrenheit. Rather unique maneuver there that targeted the knees. Fahrenheit is quite the high flyer, so that is a very sound strategy on the part of Jordan Carlisle. And the Boston Crab. There's damage from the lower back as well. I would say things are in great hands now that franchise player Chris Pruitt, installed as the man in charge here in the PWA, much to the chagrin of Nick Stevens. Carlisle pulls his opponent, Jim Fahrenheit, away from those ropes. Fahrenheit used that great upper body strength to power out. Jimmy Fahrenheit lives in the gym when he's not in the ring training. Oh, drop kick. Boy, did he connect with that one. And of course, last time we saw a new U.S. champion crowned in that match of the year candidate, that four-way title match. Of course, a lot more in that situation as we move along as well. Oh, my! Took him down with a big F5. Great victory here for Jimmy Fahrenheit. Up next, we're going to have the tag team titles on the line. Team of Jeffrey John and Cody Blaze taking on the Bariqua Boys. We're going to go to a break really quick, but we'll be back with that match here shortly. Stick around.
PWA fans, Aaron Hurt here with you. If you like what you are seeing on YouTube, then don't miss the opportunity to see the action live and in person the first Saturday of every month at the PWA Arena, 737 Slocum Avenue in Lancaster. Premier Wrestling Alliance is in action, plus select dates in towns near you. Check out PWAOhio.com for tickets for not just the arena events, but all events. Arena events start at $5. And that's PWAOhio.com for all of your ticket information.
PWA fans here in the arena are definitely ready for this upcoming contest. We see the Bariqua Boys captured those tag team titles from Vicious and Delicious, which shows you how quickly things move here in the PWA. Morgan Taylor being our new U.S. champion, but the Bariqua Boys after a long pursuit of those titles, finally captured them, taking on a pair of tough opponents here. Cody Blaze, of course, we know of the situation with his now former partner, Josh 4x4 Jackson. There has always been an intense rivalry between the Barico Boys and Jeffrey John. Let's not forget that Jeffrey John and Krypton both made their debuts here in the PWA against one another, with Jeffrey John getting a somewhat controversial victory. Jeremy Rodriguez starting things off here for the champions. Many of us nothing more than put the smiles on the faces of our young fans that come here each and every time we host an event at PWA Arena or elsewhere in Central Ohio and throughout the Midwest. Serves a true inspiration to the Barico Boys in return. Oh! Jeffrey John. Leapfrog. Oh, John, one step ahead, held onto those ropes. You can see Rodriguez gives just as good as he gets. Then whip into the corner, cartwheel, and just an overhand slap. Brings in this young man, Krypton. Oh, got caught. Perhaps left a bit too early there. Got caught, and Cody Blaze sees the opportunity and just levels Krypton with that lariat. He's trying to humiliate the young man. Krypton fights every match with everything he's got. Uses those very significant athletic gifts of his. Right now, he's suffering quite a bit at the hands of Cody Blaze. Man, he's been slightly adrift here in the PWA over the recent months. It goes without saying that should he become one half of the tag team champions in this match, it would revitalize his 2019 in a major way. But Krypton fighting back, targets the quadriceps and the hamstrings with those kicks. Reversal. Oh, look at that. Tilt-a-whirl into the DDT. Very smart strategy here by the champions to isolate their opponent in their corner. Tag to Rodriguez. Great teamwork here from the Barico Boys. Krypton goes up and over. Brings Rodriguez back in. Let's take a moment to tell you really quick what we know about our lineup for our next program, fans. We're going to see the return of Brian Blade to active competition. Ushigoroshi there, fireman's carry into the neck breaker. Oh my goodness, and a pair of kicks. You saw the look on Cody Blaze's face. Tells you more than myself or anyone else could about the impact of those strikes. We're also going to see on our next program, fans, two men who squared off that four-way title match. Saw Randy lose the U.S. title to Morgan Taylor. Taylor's partner, L.A. Cordova, going to face off with Randy. Quite a bit of animosity and a score to be settled. Oh, quick sling blade there. Rodriguez. Cordova and Randy. Oh my! Hurricane Rana into the cutter. Is that going to finish off Cody Blaze? But Jeffrey John there to break up the pin. Referee trying to get John back to his corner, but not before he gets in a few cheap shots at Rodriguez. Low blow behind the back of the referee. Now the legal man in the ring, Jeffrey John. Next right under the chin with that forearm uppercut. Give these two men, John and Blaze, credit. They're working together quite well as a team. Oh, Rodriguez stacked up there, but just a 2 count by senior official Johnny Long. Rodriguez wide open. Really drives the elbow into the kidneys. We could have new champions crowned on successive programs here. Although I would still consider it an upset for Blaze and Jeffrey John to overcome the teamwork and the desire and the heart of the Barriqua boys. Oh, scoop. Slam. Tags in Jeffrey John. Perched on the middle turnbuckle. Where's he going from here? Oh my goodness, drives the elbow right to the sternum. Rodriguez lives to fight another day. Gotta have to make a tag to his partner. John perched in the turnbuckle, laying in some heavy right hands. Oh, but got distracted by the fans. Liger bomb. But unable to make a cover, bringing Cody Blaze in. Krypton, his own worst enemy in this situation, preventing the referee from seeing Cody Blaze. Look at this. Come on. Meanwhile, back in the ring, Blue Thunder bomb. Rolls Rodriguez up. Oh, but just at the last second reaches out to grab the rope. You can see Jeffrey John really coming into his own here in the PWA, really proving to be a formidable opponent, whether it's one-on-one or tag team. Oh! Connects with the Enziguri, it brings in Krypton. Spent all this time on the apron, comes in a house of fire. Next with the drop kick. Meteora reaches back, hooks the leg. Visibly frustrated. Thought for sure he had this one. Those tag team titles could quickly be slipping from the grasp of the Boricua boys as you see Rodriguez still trying to recover on the ring apron. Krypton ducks the lariat and another big tilt-a-whirl head scissors. Bad position for Blaze to find himself in. Blind tag. Oh, swings through with the drop kick, the 619. Or in this case, the 614. Now comes off the top, but got caught. Oh my goodness. Caught with that code breaker. Oh, that was it. We had new tag team champions right there. Jeremy Rodriguez didn't have the wherewithal to make the save. But just as suddenly gets tossed back to the arena floor, and it's now 2-on-1. This has been a great tag team match here. Oh, flying kick. Pulled that out of nowhere. Referee says Krypton is not the legal man, apparently. Quite frankly, I lost track in all of the chaos. A roll up. A reversal.
Ladies and gentlemen, and still the PWA Tag Team Champions, the Boricua Boys.
What a fantastic match you just saw, fans. Boricua boys able to stay stronger that much longer and hold on to the tag team titles. We got our big main event coming up next, fans. Team of Outlaw Tony James and Bjorn going to face JT Hogg and Tommy Forte. All this resulting from what went down on our last episode. We'll be right back, fans, with tonight's main event. Stick around.
Hello, PWA fans. My name is Aaron Hurt, here to tell you all about how you can keep up with PWA online. Just search PWA Ohio on Facebook or on YouTube, or check out PWAOhio.com for all of the latest information about upcoming events, the latest videos and highlights of past events, and interviews with your favorite PWA wrestlers. So make sure that you like and follow all of those pages. That's PWAOhio.com, PWA Ohio on Facebook, and PWA Ohio on YouTube. And follow along with all of us here from Premier Wrestling Alliance, and we hope to see you at the PWA Arena very soon.
Randy the Rowdy Hillbilly, I understand that you're extremely upset with LA Cordova for you not being able to defend your championship. Well, let me tell you something. You should be upset with yourself for not being a better man, because let me tell you something. If it wasn't Gorgeous Morgan Taylor, it would have been LA Cordova. Don't worry, Randy. You'll get a chance to take out your frustrations on me next week, and I can't wait. I'll see you then.
Last week, I lost my PWA United States title. LA, you played a part in that, and I'm not happy about that at all. However, next week, I'm going to play a part in your pain and suffering, and you're not going to be happy about that. Got it?
Main event time, another big tag team clash. Big is the operative word when you're talking about athletes the size of JT Hogg and Bjorn. Both men tip the Toledos around the 400-pound mark. JT Hogg came to the aid of Tommy Forte. After the sneak attack by the man you see there in the yellow singlet, PWA Heavyweight Champion Outlaw Tony James. Lots of history among these four men over the past few years here in the PWA. For the top athletes in our organization. Big scoop and a slam. Tony James. Tony James has quite the amount of, shall we say, deceptive strength. Doesn't look like he could pick you up and toss you around like he does to men like Tommy Forte. Got the claw right on the heart, right on the pectoral muscle. Brings in this savage, this wild man, Bjorn. Trying to rip Tommy Forte's arm from the rest of his body. Just remind you once again, fans, what we have on tap for our next program. LA Cordova versus Randy the Rowdy Hillbilly, as well as the return to in-ring competition for the Southern Knight, Brian Blade. But this is quite the contest we have for tonight's main event. Bjorn drops all 430 pounds down across the arm of Tommy Forte, really trying to weaken that body part. Forte is by nature a power wrestler. Speaking of power, JT Hogg probably doesn't even know his own strength. Firing away with those big right hands, getting funky like a monkey. Lightning Pollock, if you will, Daddy. Tony James complaining loudly as usual. Got JT Hogg following the rules. Talk about the pot and the kettle, but nothing wrong with those big chops to the back. Bjorn gets floored by that elbow. Forte with only a few minutes to recover, now back as the legal man. Double clothesline. Again, we're seeing excellent tag team strategy here with Forte and JT Hogg making a number of quick tags, trying to keep the action in their corner, drawing a diagonal line across that ring. Not giving Bjorn any chance to bring in the heavyweight champion, the Outlaw Tony James. Tommy Forte trying to get the big man up. Just can't do it with the damage that they managed to do to his back. Oh! Just not enough. All the way to Bjorn. Just collapsed Tommy Forte. Who can say what kind of damage that did? Forte barely out of arm's reach of his partner, but unable to even get that far as Tony James surges across the ring and now pounding away Tommy Forte. Tony James has been on the verge of something akin to madness. In his single-minded quest to maintain his hold on that championship at any and all costs. Putting a bad mouth on Tommy Forte in the process. Might be going for a knee bar of some sort here. Forte unable to use those hips to pivot, get out of this. He just uses raw power and strength. Indian Deathlock. Very simple maneuver, but very, very devastating. Forte trying as best he can to reach out for the bottom rope. Referee right there. Forte will never give up. He might pass out, but he will never say, "I quit." Now cranking back at the Texas Cloverleaf. Even more damage being done to Tommy Forte. Just can't find the leverage to power his way out of this hold. Johnny Long checking on a perhaps unconscious Tommy Forte, but not to be, not yet, says the All-American Tommy Forte. Use those injured back muscles to find a way out, but still not able to find a way to his corner. Tony James making sure he had his back to JT Hogg, but only momentarily able to prevent this big man from making his presence felt in this huge main event tag team match. Drives the hip into Tony James. Those headbutts, that's like, gotta be like headbutting a brick wall or a wild boar. Not to say that I've done either, but from the looks of things from here, it can't be good. Nor is Tony James cannibalistic gnawing of JT Hogg's ear. Maybe he needs some barbecue sauce. Though perhaps this isn't the time for levity or facetiousness. JT Hogg, man, we've seen over the past year or so has dropped a lot of weight, and it's really increased his athleticism, his endurance. He's pulled out drop kicks, my-straw cradles, many unlikely maneuvers in previous matches. JT Hogg more than just a power wrestler these days, but Tony James removes any possibility of Forte making the tag. Well, Forte's clearly had enough. Forte going berserk about this double team on his partner, JT Hogg. Hard to blame him for being fed up with all of this. Oh, huge cross body. Got up in the air off of his feet. Bjorn looks like he is seeing stars after coming down very hard on the back of his head from that cross body from JT Hogg. Now Forte back in there. DDT. That's about the only way to make sure you're going to keep this big man down, especially when his partner's right there to intervene on his behalf. But you're going to have to knock the big Scandinavian Bjorn out, which is much easier said than done. But he's hard to get down and keep down for a count of 3. If you can find a way to get a hold on this big man, more power to you. Look at that. Just reverses Forte, but Forte able to avoid the charging Bjorn and now drives the shoulder multiple times into the ample midsection. Nothing fancy about that. A right hand right to the ribs and another one right to the bridge of the nose. This has been a slugfest. Oh my goodness. Rebounds out of that corner. Tony James practically gloating. What an arrogant display there. No way something like that's going to get the job done. You're only going to make this big man angry. Trying to get yourself over at his expense. JT Hogg, much more than Tony James, able to handle after this lengthy battle in our main event. I'd say that's good advice for our referee. He does not want to get caught in between the Hogg and Tony James. Oh, Johnny Long left with no choice. Got to ring the bell. Got to throw this one out. It's all breaking down after that DQ announcement from our referee.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners by disqualification, the team of Bjorn and the PWA champion outlaw Tony James.
Hate to see what was an excellent match in this way, but the battle between these 4 men is far from over. Forte peppering Bjorn with forearm shots in one corner. JT Hogg snatches that cowbell away from Tony James, and JT knows what to do with it. That's for sure. Your winners by disqualification in this one, Outlaw Tony James and Bjorn. That'll do it for this episode, fans. Don't forget what we've got next time. LA Cordova versus Randy and the return of Brian Blade.
As I'm sure we all could predict, things got out of control quite quickly in that tag team match in the main event. You knew it was only a matter of time before temper started to flare between those four men, and they certainly did. Let's also acknowledge the efforts of the Boricua boys to retain their tag team championships in a very hard-fought match against the duo of Cody Blaze and Jeffrey John. That will do it for this edition of the program, but make sure you join us next time as we have the return of Brian Blade to singles competition, as well as a big grudge match with L.A. Cordova facing off against Randy the Rowdy Hillbilly. So make sure you are here to see that. But for this edition of the program, my name is Aaron Hurt signing off. Keep watching PWA.